Retiree Anatoly Smyk returned to his village of Bohorodichne in the Donetsk region after it was liberated in October 2022. Russian forces had occupied the village for 5 months. Almost the whole village was evacuated, except for a few dozen older residents who stayed. Smyk says some of them disappeared, and he believes the Russians killed them.
The body of a 70-year-old man hasn't been found up to this day. He went outside and saw his wife was killed. So he went, and he was killed immediately too. And yet we still can't find his body. We found his wife's, but not his.
A volunteer search group called Platsdarm is working on the outskirts of the village, searching for the bodies of dead soldiers and residents. Alexei Yukov leads that group.
During our search operations, we found a skeleton of an unidentified person. We believe it is a soldier, possibly a civilian. We have information that while Russians were here, they had buried several people.
Yukov is a full-time boxing coach, but has been helping find the bodies of fallen soldiers for over 20 years. He's been volunteering like this since he was a teenager, exhuming remains from the Second World War and then in Crimea after Russia invaded there in 2014. After putting together a police report, search group volunteers start to remove human remains.
Teeth and the ring. Here's another one. You can put them all here, so we can see them.
Platsdarm is funded entirely by money from international partners and private donors. It's enough to run about one search operation every 3 months. The bodies they find are sent to a morgue, identified if possible, then turned over to the families. Each search team consists of 8 volunteers with international certificates, allowing them to engage in exhumation. Every group also has a dog trained to locate burial places. Yukov's group located the body of Alexander Hrysyuk, a Ukrainian soldier killed in Donetsk in May of 2022. His mother, Olga, says she searched for him for 6 months before turning to Yukov. She says she knew immediately when Yukov found his body.
Yukov sent me the photo of a cross on a chain when they found Sasha.
In March 2023, Hrysyuk was finally able to bury her son. Information about the bodies of Russian soldiers is passed on to Ukraine's armed forces. It is later used for body exchanges. Yukov says he does this to help grieving families find some closure, and since 2014 says the group has found over 2,000 bodies. For Yaroslava Movchan in the Donetsk region, Ukraine, Anna Rice, VOA News.